Hello and welcome to Commercial Real Estate Explained, where we help people make informed decisions about commercial real estate. My name is Dave Carlson. I am a commercial real estate broker, and I really appreciate you watching the video. This video is going to be about 3 mistakes to avoid when buying commercial real estate. This is 3 mistakes that you want to try and stay away from. On this channel, we talk a lot about owner-user purchases. That's a business owner that goes to buy a building to put their business into. So essentially buying the building instead of renting or leasing the building. That's not all we talk about, but we do talk about it a lot here on this channel. So these 3 mistakes pertain to buying commercial real estate, for your own use. With that said, some of these can apply to any kind of commercial real estate or really any real estate transaction. But we'll just get right into it. So number 1 mistake I see is touring without your financing lined up. I know I talk about this a lot, but having a good commercial real estate lender is essential. Oftentimes people will go out and tour and they'll look at buildings and they'll get excited about them. And until you have a lender that's ready to give you a loan, I really would avoid going out and seeing buildings in person. Of course, if you want to be, looking and having commercial real estate brokers send you buildings and run the numbers to try and learn the market a little bit, that's fine. But I really advise against going and touring properties, getting all excited about them, because at the end of the day, it can take a while to get your commercial loan lined up. And if you find a property that you absolutely love and it's perfect, you're just going to be devastated if you can't get your financing figured out in time and someone else snatches it. Or you get really excited about a building and realize that you're not qualified to buy at that price. That's terrible as well. So I really advise it's not as fun, it's not as glamorous, but spend your initial time getting pre-qualified and finding a lender that you like and trust and is responsive. That is the most important thing to do before you start looking at properties. Then once you look at properties and you find one, you might be competing with somebody that isn't as organized, and you're going to have the advantage. You're going to be able to move faster. You're going to be prepared. You're going to know exactly what you can afford. It's just a much better way to go. Oftentimes, if you make an offer and you're not able to demonstrate that you're pre-qualified, that offer is going to get discarded anyways. So just keep that in mind. 1 mistake is touring without your financing lined up. Number 2 is waiting for the perfect building. Now, of course, buying commercial real estate, huge commitment, huge decision. You don't want to buy a building that you don't really like. But keep in mind, any building you're going to find is going to have some issues. Most buildings, especially if you're getting a decent deal, are going to be second generation buildings. Someone else had them before you. Not everybody keeps everything in pristine condition. There's going to be things to repair. There's going to be landscaping you don't like. There's going to be a paint color you don't like. There's going to be an office layout that doesn't work. Do your best to kind of keep a big picture look of, does this check most of my boxes for my business to succeed? And are the shortcomings something I can fix? Obviously, don't buy a building that's in a terrible part of town or will create a really bad commute for you, or your employees are going to hate. Don't buy that building, but ask yourself, this building that I'm looking at here, it may not be perfect, but are most of the things that I need to fix fixable? I think that's really important. So sometimes, I've had clients that have been in the market and looking for 7, 10 years, and they're waiting for that perfect building. Meanwhile, they have been paying rent to somebody else that entire time. So just make sure that you don't let, perfection be the enemy of actually making a move and getting to a point where you can start to, grow your equity in a commercial building instead of just paying to your landlord. So number 3 is making lowball offers on a property that you like. This is also something that we come across where you've got your lending lined up. You find a property that, checks most of your boxes and you're excited about it, but business owners, tend to be thrifty. I'm thrifty as well. I don't blame you. But you have to be careful coming in with an extreme lowball offer on a property that you like. Generally speaking, most commercial buildings are being sold by commercial real estate professionals who probably know the market pretty well. It's not very often that I come across a property that is way, way above what it should sell for. With that in mind, someone has informed that seller what that building is worth, and there's someone that seller trusts that feels strongly in their asking price. There's usually a little bit of wiggle room in negotiating a commercial property. It's not like residential where there's going to be 30 tours and 5 offers in the first 4 days. So there definitely is room to negotiate down, but you want to work with a commercial real estate broker that knows the market and can help you make a reasonable offer. Do you want to come in a little low and leave room? Of course. But if you come in extremely low, you're going to poke that seller in the eye and they're going to have a bad taste in their mouth about you. And guess what? If there's any other offer, or even if there's someone who's touring, if you come in with that super low number, you're going to be at the bottom of the pile. I've seen instances where someone, really likes a building, but they're just kind of that personality that they just really want scorched earth negotiation. They want to milk every dime out of it. They want to come in really low. We come in low, and then, sure enough, someone else tours the building that week, and the seller says, you know what, I'm going to wait to see what these people think about the building. And then they come in and make a more reasonable offer, and they get the building that your client wanted. So whenever possible, I advise against making extreme lowball offers. So those are 3 mistakes that I see people make when they're buying commercial real estate. Do your best to avoid them, and you'll be better off for it. So hopefully this information helped. If you have any questions about commercial real estate, feel free to reach out. Please hit subscribe. We're making 1 video a week, and we really appreciate you watching. Thanks, and have a great rest of your week.